Can you tell me what's your star sign? Yeah. Let me show you your own soul side. Yeah. Pick you up around 9:30. Yeah. Cause I've been waiting for the...
Hey guys, so I'm here today to delve even more deeply into the topic that I was discussing about the shame elixir, or the hidden spell, which is what I like to call a pattern or a set of conscious thought streams that are projected outwards, usually by an individual or a set of individuals, towards someone who is highly creative, highly free, highly expressive, living in the moment, or as we like to call it, living their best life. That tends to make them actually want to withdraw, become very conscious of themselves and overly conscious of the fact that somebody is watching them with what I like to call the giant eye. So the giant eye is a theory that I have come up with, very similar to the concept of the evil eye, except I see it like a giant eye that's always watching you, kind of like the big brother eye. And this is very similar to the concept also of a monitoring spirit. So you have some individuals who have this monitoring spirit attached to them. Some individuals are the monitoring spirit. It can differ from person to person. And this is usually an individual who's highly self-conscious themselves, highly insecure, highly anxious about their personal image and the way they present. And often, if the person does not know that they have a monitoring spirit attached to them, what will trigger this is them seeing somebody being the opposite of what they are, which is expressive, which is free, which is not so self-conscious. And this is in alignment with the series that I said I wanted to provide for you guys when I spoke about the energy of envy and how it can sometimes make people clumsy, have accidents, make a lot of mistakes. So once again, we refer to this huge eye, this giant watchful eye. Energetically, this is the way that it feels, or it's perceived by this individual, who then becomes more withdrawn. They're not aware that they energetically begin to feel the effects of this giant eye watching them. It's like in the physical world, if somebody is watching you, even if you can't see the person, like somebody watching you from the bushes or somebody watching you from afar, you still have this energetic awareness that somebody's watching you. It does make you feel a little bit creepy. It does make you feel a little bit, you know, like you want to hide. It does make you feel a little bit exposed. And, you know, this is very similar with this hidden spell or this shame elixir. What it does is it highlights, like with a beam, all of the areas within you. It fully scans and dresses you, all of the areas within you, and it brings it to your attention why actually you might not want to be so ready and willing to show yourself. Actually, you might be a bit scared that showing yourself would reveal other parts of yourself to people. Actually, showing and revealing yourself also shows that you still have a lot of weaknesses, you still have a lot of things to work on. Actually, showing yourself this expressively is actually inauthentic. And you're putting on this front and you're putting on this act, and you're not actually that self-loving. So these are all some of the thoughts that come upon a person who is suffering under a shame elixir or a hidden spell, okay? And this energy usually makes this individual have a vast drop in their confidence, in their creative span, where now they feel quite ashamed. They feel far too aware of themselves, and they start to become increasingly worried that others are going to become aware of the things that they are aware of and not satisfied with within themselves. So what I say is one of the best ways to counteract this energy is indeed use that time away, that downtime, that time where you want to pull away and withdraw because they've made you feel like you shouldn't be out there celebrating yourself. Use that time. Don't be in a rush to rush back and think you have to express yourself or be creative or post yourself again, because most of the time it really won't feel authentic, because now you've had all of these things highlighted to you that you didn't actually want to have to notice, you didn't actually want to have to think about. So if you rush to run out there again and be, you know, celebratory of yourself again, a lot of the times it will feel like you're forcing it, and that inauthentic energy will be felt, it will be seen, and this big I will capitalize on that insecurity, because it is, even more once again. So what I would advise is that downtime where you're now feeling a bit too self-conscious, you're now feeling like you're not ready to be out there, you're now feeling like, oh my gosh, there are all these things I don't want to have on display. Use that period. Some people might call it a shadow period. I call it like a hibernating period before you're about to be reborn again. Because the reason that this energy works so well is because there usually have been some things, especially things from the past, that you do still have some insecurities about, some doubt, some self-shame about. And this is what the beacon that is placed that highlights all of these areas. This is how the big I works. It zeroes in on these things that you're still not fully happy with. So use that time to actually work on these things, okay? Usually it could relate to the mother wound, as the mother wound relates to not being nurtured. So if there are parts of yourself that you still feel like you're not ready for the world to see, it usually means that these parts are underdeveloped or undernurtured. Whether this is physical things about yourself, whether this is emotional things about yourself, you know, things that you feel like you are not strong yet to deal with emotionally, go away and work on that. Whatever you are scared or worried about people seeing the true reality of, work on that. So even if the true reality is to be seen, the true reality isn't something negative. It isn't something so bad. Secondly, nothing and nobody is perfect, okay? This huge I relies upon you striving for ultimate perfection and wanting everything to be immaculate. You already are immaculate in your divine rhyme, in your divine reason, in your authentic path. That's what's immaculate. What you have to give, your confidence to give it, that is what radiates this electric, alluring, charming energy. It's not from this perceived idea of perfection that mostly only exists within your mind. And lastly, pray over the things that you show and reveal to the outside world. Pray over your house. When people enter your house, there won't be this energy of secrecy or hiddenness or shame there. Chant over your house. Say, dear God, please protect this house. Please make this house a house of light, a house of truth, a house of openness, a house of expression. No shadows for this huge I to capitalize on. Pray over your clothes. Pray over your items that you will take into the outside world that people will see. Also, get rid of some items. Get rid of some of the old energy in your house. Physical items that may relate to a previous or past time where you were not as confident and mature as you are now. And guys, you've literally got this. Even if the big guy's watching, make sure to give them a show. Love you guys.